What up? You know what's up. It's Tuesday. We do the Reddit thing on Tuesday. We check out the top posts over the last week or so. You know the drill. I have some stuff opened up here. We're going to take a look. First one, obviously, is the August update. Let me take a sip of water. Get the old pipes going. But we have this here announcement. Nothing too crazy going on here. It's mostly just saying it arrives next week. Packed with changes built every day in every life Arcadia, blah blah blah. All the RP stuff we already know. But in the roadmap, things that are coming is Indigo Island, Bound Gold, QOL improvements, and more. And then they're just going to kind of talk about more stuff that was said to be coming. Stuff like Echidna Raid nerf. So Echidna Raid nerf is going to be arriving in August, but later in the month. Blah blah blah. They're working to fine tune the adjustments. It's coming out on August 28th. Little disappointing, but it's all good. I mean, it is what it is. At this point, I've accepted just doing Gate 1 hard mode, Gate 2 normal. It's not worth the time investment for me personally. But I will say, hopefully, that the nerfs that they end up doing are a little bit better than just blanket HP nerfs, right? I think the biggest problem, from my experience doing both hard mode and normal mode, the 100% basement mech, the snake mech, people wipe on that shit at a nearly 100% fail rate, it seems. Whether it be people panicking, people dying, and then making the mech harder. It matters less in normal mode because you can just out DPS timer, so you don't get to see the mech. But in hard mode, it's not realistic. At least it's not in the groups that I've been in. But hopefully they do something with the snake mech specifically. That's my little wish list. And then they're also saying here that they were going to release the style book feature, but they had a delay, so they're not doing it anymore. Smile face. But is what it is, I suppose. Take a look at some comments. I like the way they're announcing things now. They told us before and called out fixed dates for the month. Yeah, I think having dates to look forward to certain things is better than not. That is to be sure. Instead of just going like, oh yeah, this will come out in August. And then when the August patch rolls around, they'll be like, well, you know how we said it was August? We didn't mean with the actual August patch. We meant like August 28th. So yeah, I do think it's good. Echidna nerfs might be more than just numbers if they're delaying it till the end of the month. Yeah, that would be nice. It would be nice, it would be nice. Maybe hard copium would be nice if eyes were given a normal. I mean, again, I'm somebody who thinks that things shouldn't necessarily, like, systems shouldn't be locked behind hard mode, right? I just don't think that's good design. So, I mean, I'm all for that. Just looking for other comments. I keep saying it over and over, regardless of good or bad news. The overall communication from AGS is significantly better than it has been in the past. Yeah, I think that is very good. Love that. Bound Golden QOL next week. Yeah. I mean, I would have liked to see them talk a little bit more about how, like, Bound Gold is being implemented, personally, in that little snippet, but hey, we can't always get what we want, I suppose. Next post is going to be, can we have our own official DPS meter if China's having one? Discarding the discussion if DPS meters are bad because toxicity or blah, blah, blah. Can we have our own official DPS meter for the West? I mean, they don't even have to make it official, right? All they have to do is say that because obviously they can't go and just say, like, this piece of software is, like, totally legit and, like, go use it. Because then that would make them liable if, like, the software gets updated. Like, the DPS meter gets updated and it turns into a fucking Trojan that, like, fucks your whole computer. Like, they can't just blanket say, yeah, go use it. But there's definitely verbiage they can use where it would be like, clearly it's okay to use a program like it, just not necessarily endorsing that specific program, right? Because I think that's more likely than them making their own DPS meter. But the verbiage just needs to be a certain way, I think. I mean, yeah, the first comment is basically what I'm saying. Take a stance that third-party DPS meters are okay. They don't have to do any work, blah, blah, blah. Option B, have to do work. Yeah, they're not going to do this. I cannot see them doing it. Because it's clear to me, at least I believe this, that Amazon, even if they had developers, which I don't think they do, I don't think they would be allowed to do anything without Smilegate's explicit approval. And the way that I think it works right now is Amazon quite literally has no devs for this game, like even a little bit. They're just a publishing face, and that's all they do. All they do is translate, and then they talk. You know, they talk to Smilegate, and Smilegate literally does everything. And at the end of the day, if you don't have developers to do the things that you want to get done to the game, you need to go through the developers. And if the developers don't want to do it, i.e. Smilegate doesn't want to add a DPS meter, they're not going to. So, I don't think it's realistic. And I mean, that's like my headcanon fairy tale story. But I do think it'd be very easy for them to say something similar to, like, programs that read packets are not bad, go ahead and use them, but just don't endorse a specific DPS meter, because like I said, I think that's a problem. And then maybe we get some more developers making DPS meters and make a good DPS meter that works real well. Just give me details, man. Give me details from WoW. For those in statics that sometimes have to pug, I finally cleared hard Echidna Gate 2 after proccing since release. God bless you, soldier. I've noticed something about imposter jail phenomenon as we cleared. We picked up someone that was re-clear but missed their usual static. Let's just say the person didn't play that well and caused a few wipes. I don't think they were playing bad, and I don't think they were an imposter either. Player was from one of the top guilds on our server, very well built, mechanically sound, but often died to or caused the deaths of others for certain patterns. Majority of us were in a Discord call, and we had very good shot calling to tell us where to stand in position, when to use battle items, etc. when DR is coming. That's when it dawned on me that this individual simply did not have access to the same callouts that we had. We didn't have access to callouts they usually would have when they're in their usual static. Effectively, all the onus is on them now to visually process all the information and adjust against collective movement of the rest of the team. And that's much more different and difficult environment to perform in. Makes sense for players who are used to playing a certain way suddenly become headless chicken when they are odd one out in a pug until they can adjust the differences, and the time it takes for different players to adjust is different too. As the illusion of re-clear jail, rarely pug these days, wondering if the sentiment is on the other side is the same. I mean, yeah, this is just kind of something that happens though, right? You definitely have people that they don't recognize when things are going to happen, and they're used to having somebody call the things that are going to be happening out well in advance so they can prepare for the thing to happen, right? Stuff like, for example, when I was progging hard mode Gate 2 Echidna with my group, every time we got to a big Echidna, same thing I would always say. Spacebar through second one. When we get past the lasers, I always remind them, hey, first one could be fake. Don't just spam counter. Shit like that, right? They don't have to think about when it's going to happen because they have somebody verbally telling them every time, hey, this is what you need to think about right now. They don't need to process why they have to think about it right now, right? They just listen to the words that are being said. Or, for example, for patterns, you know, in, out, don't be in front, stuff like that. They don't understand why they don't have to be in front. They're just being told to not be in front, and then they listen, right? And that's better than the alternative of, like, standing in front and getting stacks or whatever, but like, you get the idea. And it's definitely a real thing. It's definitely a real thing. It is... It's just part of gaming in general, though, right? Because you have these kind of players in all games where it's just like they just kind of listen and they don't really understand why they're doing what they're doing or when to do the thing that they're being told to do. That's why they need to be told to do it. But it is what it is. Know several people in my static that refuse to do any sort of pugging for precisely this reason. I mean, my reason is pugging... I don't have fun pugging these raids anymore. I think it's just because I don't have fun with the raid themselves. I have friends, obviously, and I like raiding with my friends, but doing the raid itself, just to do the raid, I do not have fun. It's come to... It sucks because I'm coming to realize that. Like, for some reason, when I was pugging Brel, pugging Triangle, pugging fucking Clown, all that other shit, I had fun doing it. But pugging Theamine, pugging Echidna, I don't know, it's just not the same vibe. But that's just kind of why I only raid with my friends at this point. It makes it much more enjoyable for me. Several people in my staff that refuse to do any sort of pugging precisely for this reason. Without people shot calling, hand holding for them, they'd be floor POV half the pulls. I mean, I'm floor POV 100% of the pulls, baby. I'll promise you that. Put that in a pug environment, they get called imposters and kicked after a few pulls. Being able to pug in-game content by yourself requires actual understanding of all the patterns and mechs, rather than just listening to what other people tell you on voice comms. Yeah, that's also true. Like I said, calling things out for people, it just gives them another less thing to like have to worry about. And like that's super helpful when people are like still learning like what's going on, I guess, in a fight, right? But the difference is, at some point you learn what's going on in the fight, and then you transition from not quite needing every single shot call, like mechanic called out, etc. But some people just never take the time to learn. Hand-holding thing made a huge difference in the cube fight in Brel. Oh yeah, I remember way back in the day for my old static, my old first static where I cleared Brel with. Reminding people to be on the right side or reminding them when a mechanic is about to happen. Oh, good times. I feel like you play way worse when you're in comms, whether it's Final Fantasy XIV or Lost Ark, perform way worse. I mean, I can definitely understand why. Sometimes you just need to focus, and some people can't handle, like, just random shit talk in between, like, trying to focus on the fight. I definitely think it doesn't really affect me one way or the other, though typically I do like to not be in comms, just because I'm, like, watching a video or whatever on the side. And that in itself is probably problematic, because sometimes I get distracted. But it is what it is. Anyways, let's move on to the next one. AGS has concluded meeting with Smilegate, update pending this month. Oh yeah, I just wanted to show this, because they were... Amazon did go over, they sent over their little team of people to talk to Smilegate in person. The meeting with Smilegate have taken place, player feedback has been shared. Team will be discussing the next steps and working on a follow-up update to be shared later this month. So that's something to look forward to. Only thing you've commonly seen is wanting a change in Transcendence level 7 unlock, so maybe they just make Gate 3 hard. They might on roster unlock at 1630. I mean, they could do a lot of different things. They could also just, like, unlock it behind hard mode at all. Just make it normal mode clear if you really want to make it behind it clear. Make it normal mode clear. They could change it to roster unlock. They could do a couple different things. Most important change, Tyrene. Change to Tyrone. Sure, man. AGS should just meet with Tencent instead. They could. I don't know if that would help, but they could. Bet it was a lot of we suggest this for North America and SG just smiling and laughing it off. Thank you for your feedback. We will consider your ideas, tosses, and trash bin. Please unlock Transcendence level 7 upon reaching 1630. Remove Gate 3 hard mode requirement. I agree, it is stupid. Just lock it behind normal mode if you want to lock it behind something. More tries for all Transcendence levels. What does that mean? Oh, like more turns? I mean, they definitely could. I wouldn't complain if they did. I also don't think it's like the worst. See, my problem with Transcendence, and my problem that I've always had with Transcendence, even despite the fact that I had only done level 2 Transcendence, very early on I could tell it was going to take forever. It just takes forever to do it. Obviously, it takes a little bit less time if you learn how to do the minigame yourself. Which is something I am not going to do, because one, I'm stupid, and two, I don't have any desire to learn how to do the minigame, because I don't want to play Lost Ark to play the minigame, which is why I use the calculator. And the calculator obviously adds a little bit more time per, like, click, but it still takes forever, I think, with the calculator, and I cannot imagine it being significantly faster without it. Like, it will be faster, to be sure, but I still think it would take way more time than it should. X3 cube tickets, I think, I still don't know why there's no use 3 option for cube tickets. Make eyeballs drop from normal. Yeah, I agree. I think that would be fair. Honing cost reduction is 1620. I'm surprised they didn't, on one hand, but on the other hand, I'm also not surprised. Do I think they will reduce the honing cost to 1620? Probably not. I don't think they'll do it before Tier 4. But if they do, I would love to be told, hey, I'm a stupid idiot and I'm wrong. Because I think it should probably be reduced. And this is coming from somebody with 6 1620s. Like, I think it should be reduced. Release new support class with appealing gameplay. You might be waiting on that one forever, man. New tech, RMTers try to get unbanned. Got banned for RMT in June for the first time. Friend is quitting the game. You asked him to give all his gold around 3 mil. Then you got RMT banned for 7 days. You appealed, got denied. Sure. And then you got banned for RMT again today for 1 month. You sell buses for all endgame raids on your characters. Wow, big man. You asked for a monthly payment bus fee, and yesterday I received 2.5 million gold. Today I got banned because of it for 1 month. That's so sad. A monthly payment bus fee. Monthly payment bus fee. I don't even need to read the rest of that. That's fucking funny. These strats are going wild. Yeah, that is pretty good. I asked for a monthly payment. That's what I'm saying, dude. Holy shit. That's fucking funny. Oh, I think that's it. We have fun here, and on a funny one. Thanks for watching, you guys. I'll see you guys all in the next one. Let me know your thoughts on things as always. I love you all. Keep being you. And thank you to my YouTube members as always. You guys are the best. I love you guys. Blitzel Remix My Life. I'm Nufu. You guys are the OGs, the real ones. It's Biscuit Standard Diz, Airzyke. Love you all. Bye.